Welcome to Q Automation Hub. In this video, we will see what is a Java collection. So this collection API provides the developer with a set of classes and interfaces that helps us to work with the collection of objects. In simple terms, it helps us to store and access a group of data as per our requirement. So if you want to store and access some group of values, either it can be a string, integer, long, double, anything, then you can go for the collection API. Okay, and it has a lot of interfaces and classes, and you can use that as per your requirement. And for example, what is a collection of objects or a group of data? If you want to store a single name value, then you will create an object for the string class and you will store the value inside that one. If you want to store a single integer value, then you will create a variable for the integer data type and you will store that value inside that one. So in case if you want to store a group of names or a group of integer value, then normally we used to choose the static array. So how you will create a static array? You have to provide the data type with brackets and create the object for that and you have to initialize the size of that array. So now in this numbers object you can store around 5 values, right? And the index will start from 0 to 4. So this is how so this is called as a static array, and here you will not be able to grow or shrink the size of this array, right? You cannot change the size of this. Length is fixed actually here, and after the initialization you will not be able to insert or remove any values in the static array. But to overcome this one, you have this collection API. Okay, so in this you have a list interface. Okay, and in this list interface you will have several classes that you can utilize and you can overcome this things that the length will not be fixed and you can grow and shrink the size of that array that you are creating. Okay, the list that you are creating. So you have something like vector, this is one class, and the other one is array list, and you have linked list. So we will see the Java hierarchical structure of this collection API, and you will come to know this list interface, how it is structured in that hierarchy. And here is the Java collection hierarchy, and this you might have seen in multiple tutorials. The same flowchart they might have followed it. And the blue one represents the interface, and the yellow represents the class. Dotted line represents the implements keyword, and the dark line represents the extends keywords that we have in interface and inheritance. Okay, so if you are not sure about the interface and inheritance concept, please watch my previous tutorial so that you will come to understand these things easily. And the first parent interface is iterable, and the collection interface extends the iterable interface, and it has some child interface called list, queue, and set. And you can see in list the array list, linked list, vector uh, just implements the list interface. Okay, and this stack you can see it's a subclass and it extends vector superclass. And this one is queue, and here you can see the priority queue. There is a class which implements the queue interface and DQ interface that extends queue interface, and array DQ you have, and linked list also um, implements the DQ interface. Okay, so here you can see one difference here itself. The array list does not implements DQ interface, but the linked list, since it has the previous or next nodes concept, it implements the DQ interface here. Okay, and the other interface is set, and here you can see there are two classes, hash set and linked hash set, which implements the set interface. Okay, and this is the sorted set interface that is extending set interface, and inside that you have one class tree set which implements sorted set interface. Okay, and this is something very important thing called map. It has some, you can store data with key value pair. Okay, so that is the main use of it, and if you don't have the key value concept, then you can just go for the list or set. All right, and you can come to this block. If you have a key value combination, then definitely you need to go for the map interface, and in the map you can see the sorted map interface extends the map, and inside sorted map you have a tree map class that is implementing the sorted map interface, and here hash map and hash table classes are implementing the map interface. Okay, so here the most commonly used things that we saw in programming are array list, linked list, and we use hash set, linked hash set, and here you can see hash map and hash table. Sorry. So these things are most commonly used in our programming, and we will see one by one. First we will go for this list interface, which has the classes like array list, linked list, and vector.